All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shatia from the Chicago camp coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And we're profiling a video that was put up by the brother Arrows of Indignation. All right, this brother always puts some nice compilations together to give you a theme of what's going on in the world and how it relates to the Bible, whether it be unemployment, whether it be judgment. You know, the brother puts together a lot of great videos. And this one is in response to ICE 287G program to deputize citizens as ICE agents. This will cause chaos in the streets. It's about a short 4-minute video, so we're going to let the whole video play and then we'll get some scripture.
States deputizing civilians to act as immigration agents. Let that sink in for a minute. Your neighbor, your local deputy, maybe even your supermarket security guard, now given power to detain and question people like a fucking ICE agent. No serious training, no real oversight, just power handed out like it's candy. This is about to get crazy.
Guys, you might want to start double checking who your real friends are because ICE just signed over 500 agreements across 38 states deputizing everyday citizens to act as immigration agents. Yeah, you heard that right. We're talking police, jail guards, your pharmacist, your kid's school resource officer, even university security. In Florida, all 67 counties have said, yeah, we're in, and now they're looking at college campuses too. So the same campus cops who are around breaking up frat parties might now be trained to detain someone for immigration violations. This also means your barista could smile at you in the morning and could also be trained to hold you while ICE processes your status. This expansion includes models that were banned before due to racial profiling. Now they're back and with zero oversight. We are sliding into full surveillance mode by neighbors deputized as watchdogs. If you think this won't affect you, you're already late. This is legal but not safe. A series that proves legality will not protect you. Follow me if you still believe in due process and dignity, because the government just handed 500 keys to ICE and they're unlocking something very, very dangerous.
Okay, what is happening? So now the government and ICE have now deputized people like school resource officers, campus security officers, maybe even a pharmacist. They now get to detain people, that they get to racial profile, and then they get to say that these people need to be deported, or they're held first while they process your status. Like, can you imagine if that was happening? Like, every single day, people, you never know who it is, that now has been deputized to then come and claim that you're from a different country, even when you're not. Like, if you think this hasn't affected you yet, you're already late. This is insane. Things are getting scary. They're actually already scary. They're getting scarier. And I'm not sure what we're supposed to do about this, but just be aware of the situation. Pay attention to things. Pay attention to those around you. Also, now I don't know who we're supposed to trust anymore. Okay, fair enough. I'd want to know too. Here, this is from you can see this is from ICE.gov. It talks about their ICE's 287G program that talks about doing the. That talks about deputizing people 38 states, across 38 states. That's your actual source. It is the source of the information, the one people that are doing it, so it's probably the best source that you can possibly find. You can go look it up yourself. I literally just screenshot so you can see it says ice.gov and the program. I didn't screenshot the whole part about it, which you can go read yourself if you'd like to. That's the source. Also, a whole bunch of news stations are reporting on it. All you have to do is Google it. You'll find this information. This is like actually happening. It's not false. It's not fear-mongering. It's not doing any of that. It's actually real. It's actually happening. So go look for yourself. See what you think. Let me know.
Shock and awe, this information continues. Is it really deputizing regular citizens? Is it using a specific authority? Yes, it is. Has that authority ever been used before? Yes, it has. Oh, who was it? Was it Obama who used it? No, these are like using other state officers, other police agencies, Fish and Wildlife, other people when resources are limited, perhaps for ICE agents in certain places, to be able to help ICE.
All right. We're going to go to Luke 21:16. And it says, and ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinsfolks and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death. Right. We're living in a time where the government is doing so much stuff. Now they have this 287G law out. Basically, you're making an environment where no neighbor will trust anybody. Like nobody will trust anybody. Like the lady said, you could be going into your favorite barista. The next thing you know, as soon as you try to leave with your double latte, ICE agents are outside ready to take you away and question you. Yes, not question you and take you away and then question you. All right. A very clever divide and conquer tactic. Okay. When you make everybody paranoid of themselves and other people, it makes it very easy for the enemy to come in and sow discord. And like the brother Arrows of Indignation has stated in this video, it's going to cause a lot of chaos because you're going to have loved ones that are going to be waiting for somebody to come home, or they're going to be waiting to pick them up at the bus stop or the airport. And the next thing you know, if they're lucky, they're going to get a phone call saying, well, you can't see him anymore because now ICE took him away. All right. And that's going to cause a lot that's going to cause a lot of anger and hostility. And it's just going to cause people to seriously just go buck wild on each other. You'll have what, as the scripture says, I will set Egyptian against Egyptian. I think that's in Isaiah. Isaiah 19:2. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, everyone against his neighbor. Right. Because this law is basically giving the authorities the right to just snitch on anybody. Literally, you can just snitch on anybody. You can do it right now. I mean, you can call the police for anything. We've seen a lot of these stories where you have folks that are minding their own business. The police get called on them. And the next thing you know, the stories on the 10 o'clock news that an innocent man got jacked up by the police and he had nothing to do with the situation that they got called for. He was just minding his own business. Okay. You're going to see these type of incidences increase exponentially in the next year. All right. You guys that have been friends with your neighbors for 20, 30 something years, you guys are the third or fourth generation of family in your neighborhood. Hey, you guys are going to each other's proms and weddings and things like that. Hey, when this drops, all that stuff is going to be over with, because you will never know who is going to be calling on you or calling on somebody that you love. Okay. It says, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, because you had to believe that when somebody's loved one gets snatched up and they find out who did it, they're going to come after them. It's going to be very angry. It's going to be very hostile. It's going to be very violent extremely quickly. And it says city against city and kingdom against kingdom. And you see that happening right now. Every state, every city, every county, province, everybody's divided amongst each other. And to make matters worse, now you have this where people's heads will constantly be on a swivel. People will constantly be walking in a state of paranoia. because they don't know what's going to happen. You have to remember, ICE is now locking up legal American citizens, like people who were born here, not naturalized, but people who are born here in the United States. ICE is locking these folks up. All this is a powder keg ready to explode, and it's going to eventually bring us, and I've been getting this out a lot lately, but the second Ezra, because this is the time that we're in. All right, second Ezra 15 and 16, it says, for there shall be sedition among men, right? Violent uprisings. Why? Because you have these unrighteous decrees that are making folks paranoid and are going to cause other people's loved ones to be in situations that they don't need to be in. Okay. And it says, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right. Because you better believe that when enough family members and loved ones get snatched up from somebody, they're going to want blood. They're going to want revenge. Or skip down verse 19. And it says, a man shall have no pity on his neighbor. Right. We're going to have a full-fledged purge situation. All right. It says, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Right. These people are going to get spoiled. Okay. These people, when their loved ones get snatched up, they are going to want to satisfy their desire for revenge and vengeance. Okay. The insult must be cleared. And in order for people to have that type of stain and that those feelings of animosity and hatred and revenge purged from them, all right, they're going to make sure they get satisfaction on the person that offended them, okay, and broke up their family and got their loved ones shipped off to some concentration or FEMA camp that you will never ever be able to find them. Okay, it's going to get real bad real fast out here. And unless the Lord's dealing with you, hey, you and your loved ones are going to be in big trouble. As the scripture says, where there is no hedge, there the possession is spoiled. So that's all I wanted to say on this. I hope you all were edified. Until the next time, we're going to say shalom.